All right, good morning, gang. August 10th, 2020, tradingknowledge.com trading room. Rolling out the red carpet. How are you guys doing this fine Monday? Get my chat window up open here. Had a fun little weekend.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Dave. How are you?
I'm on my laptop, but I'm in my office.
Gotcha. We had some serious storms, so watch out your way in about a day.
Oh, crap.
Interesting little morning we got wrapped up here.
Very interesting. A little stair step on UVol, DVol. Initial move higher, and Q going down. YM going up.
Yeah, little mini sell-off on the tech, whereas it's been the leader lately. Good morning, Stephen. I took a little short on some micro NQ contracts this morning, actually, so I was happy with that, and I'm out of it now.
Oh, that's nice. Good morning, Steven. Yes, VXX jumped up nicely this morning.
Yep, that trade is doing perfectly well. Up 370 on my paper account because I couldn't enter the real one, as we know my fun hiccups. But that one's perfectly playing out as expected. We'll jump back to that later, I think.
92.5% of the time it declines. Just keep those stats in mind.
Kyle's here. Good morning, Kyle. Kyle was he was waiting at the door. I saw him outside on the street.
Oh, anxious. You have a burning question, Kyle? Or you just want to hear us pontificate? We're here for you guys, so ask questions if you got them. Hey, cryptocurrencies making a move, holding steady over the weekend. We got Bitcoin, we got XRP up a little bit. We've got
yeah, XRP is doing nicely here. I got a couple of exchanges open, looking at different ones.
Yep, VET went up pretty nicely over the weekend, pulled back a little bit today, but we're over 12,000 on Bitcoin overnight. Now we're kind of knocking back on that door. Yeah, we're in a bull market. Remember, so dips won't last long. A couple of notable kind of big moves. H bar is up. Yeah,
it's a secret. Watch this. Remember we've been talking about this one? I got it hidden. Check this out. I was looking for Zap. We'll get back to Zap in a second.
Okay.
If I can find it. Oh, there it is. I stuck it over. So there's
my chart. I knew H bar was going to go up. It had a perfect rounded bottom on the daily charts, and it was just absolutely beautiful. The problem is I'm in New York. I can't buy it easily. Can't buy it with fiat. I have to buy something else and then convert it.
Yeah, I'll say I was catching up since I was camping once again this weekend, which is my lovely background. This was my backstop Saturday night. And when I got home last night or yesterday, I caught up with yours and Brad's video from Friday. And I said, I need to get me some more crypto because I sold some, made some profit. I need to get some more. So I bought some VET, some H bar. Actually, I swear I'm not lying about that. I actually bought more of that last night at like 10 o'clock at night.
Nice.
I'm like, and I come up this morning, I'm like, look at that timing. Thanks, Brad and Dave. So if you guys aren't checking out Brad yet, I know most of you are. Go look at Digital Perspectives. The guy knows what he's doing. And I think he's actually just released an informational course that you can share with your other newbie friends to learn all about it. So that's fantastic news.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, let me put the link in the chat here. Let's go here.
A couple of the guys weren't getting in. They should be able to use that.
You just go there and you'll see Brad's course there. Yeah, if you want to know everything about crypto, it's a great place to start. And it's very inexpensive right now. He's going to add a bunch of new content and then raise the price, but you'll get that free on the updates. H bar, yeah, doing well. Damn, I could not get into it.
Sorry, Dave.
You thought I had Binance, huh? I wish
I
I
thought you
did.
did. I thought there was a rule somewhere that said that Binance allowed New York people. I thought I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, geez, if they changed, I didn't get notified. I didn't see any updates from them, but
Oh, I gotta 1 second. I gotta grab a link for the guys.
boy, I wish I had that. But anyway, I have Vet now. Vet I can't buy either, but I convert it. I converted Ethereum to get Vet. So I mean, what can I do? The only things I can buy are on Bitstamp and Coinbase, and I hope Coinbase has actually come out and said they're going to add a ton new coins. I hope it's available for New York. I just hope.
There we go. A couple guys are coming in now. There we go. A few of the guys couldn't have links, so I had to get the link. So sorry about the short interruption there. Isaac's coming in. Good morning, guys.
Morning, everybody.
So do we want to cover before we forget and we run out of time our one topic you wanted to cover about one of the questions we had related to the VXX course?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a. Did you get a chart of Zap, by the way?
No, which exchange do you have them on? I'll pull it up on the
yeah,
side.
You know the thing that's I look it up on. I looked up the chart on TradingView.
Okay. I was going to say all my exchanges, I can't find it.
They're only on 3 exchanges, but they went to sub penny. I think it was 0.004 cents to 22 cents.
Wow.
In a few days.
Holy smoke. So what exchange are they even on?
I think
one you never heard of?
That
no one's trading on except for like one guy?
I think their total volume on that move was like $600,000, which can be a lot of wash trading, just buying back and forth. And I mean, yeah, it's just, you got to be careful with some of these.
Is it the Zap token?
Yes, Zap Token.
Dude, look at this garbage. Holy smokes.
It's just unbelievable. It just kills me that, people are just like piling into it. Look at the volume. Volume isn't even as high as it was back in September, October last year.
Yeah.
But it just went up like that.
No way. That's a weekly chart. Look at the daily.
There was a Twitter guy that I follow. Can't think of his name right now, but he says he has a lot of profit in Zap. And I'm thinking, where the hell is he that he can buy this stuff? Because it's
right.
On a couple of different exchanges.
Yeah, you mentioned it, and I'm going across. I have like 5 accounts. And I'm like, I don't find it on anything.
Yeah.
Maybe that's part of their secret.
Yeah, it's just crazy. And I think the premise of the Zap token is to connect oracles with smart contracts, kind of like what Link is doing. And so I think it's like hey, they couldn't buy Link because it's like $14 now.
Yep.
So they see this doing the same thing at a penny, and they just bought it up.
Yeah, they're back at 2018 prices.
Yeah.
Interesting that they got a little sell-off, or that's where at the quarter they met some resistance.
So is this the beginning of FOMO retail? Might be.
Could be.
We shall see. So anyway.
So that's just our speculation side. Back to the
total
bread and butter. Yeah, back to stuff that we can trust on a weekly and daily basis instead of just going to the lottery. It's nice to play the lottery every once in a while and get your cryptos, but that's not our core strategies, right? That's what we use the MES strategies for. That's what we use the VXX for. And we had someone writing into Dave asking about, hey, this spreadsheet looks great for a year, but how do I know it's actually going to work? Can I back test it? What's the easy way I can do all this? Why hasn't anybody back tested this yet?
Right. So, it's a good question. There's nothing wrong with the question. The problem is the premise of the question, which is back testing is a good thing. Now, Here's what really kind of gets me burned about the industry as a whole is that there are lots of vendors out there. Well, not a lot. I mean, there's a few, and I won't name the ones that he named. Good morning, Asham. I won't name the ones that he named, but there is an industry around backtesting. And for $2,500 to $20,000, you can take your system and you can go backtest it. Now, I didn't know what the background is of the client who contacted us about the VXX system. But even if you had a PhD in mathematics, I would be extremely cautious about backtesting. Number one, is there something called data mining bias, which basically says, hey, look, you're taking data from the past in order to extrapolate it to the future, and then you're trying to, on top of that, put exit strategies, entrance strategies, taking into account volatility and other parameters that we use in the VXX system. Doesn't really, just doesn't work.
You're trying to make a strategy fit the data versus finding something that works and leveraging it.
Yeah, there's two ways that you can approach trading. Number one is you can kind of blindly look at back testing. So you can put in as many parameters as you want and try to curve fit it in order to make it look like it works. And all of the back testing that I have ever seen other people do is curve fitted in some way. Now, there is an argument for taking data, putting it into a backtesting system, and then trying to improve the system by looking at the data that you get, the output, right? However, you're totally missing a huge component in trading, and that's the chaos around daily movements in the system, including the participant's emotions, right? And so, and the judgment and the kind of the decision-making ability that we have on a daily basis for, hey, and I mentioned in another email that there's a lot of times when I don't enter right between 9:35, 9:40, and 10 o'clock. Sometimes I'll wait to the end of the day. Sometimes I'll go in the middle of the day. It's a judgment on my part. And so my back testing that I do is based upon the gray matter between my ears for over 40 years of trading. Now, the other thing is, it's kind of interesting about this whole environment is that, and this is my favorite quote, and I'll read this, and I sent him a link to this, and because I could not log into Tradingology on my laptop or on my main computer now, my desktop. I can only get in on my laptop. So I gotta figure out what the heck is going on. It switches back and forth on me. But anyway, this is my favorite quote from Daniel's Trading. The fact is that professional traders don't really backtest. I personally know hundreds of traders, from prop traders to hedge funds to local market makers, and not a single one has spent time backtesting. My suggestion is, if you don't understand, and this is kind of like fundamental, not only for the VXX course, but any system that you decide to trade, MES Masterclass, VXX trading system, doesn't matter what it is. If you don't understand fundamentally why it works, you're gone. You're not going to make it. You are flying blind. You don't have the instruments, and you don't have the bearing, and you don't have the direction that you need in order to be successful with that trade. The reason why the VXX trade works, oh dear. Oh, okay, I got time.
I was gonna say, you got a notification. I do have a hard stop at the top of the hour too, so.
Okay, good. The reason why the VXX trade works specifically is because we are using the fundamental way the VXX is managed by using the first two futures contracts, the first 2 months front and second month futures contracts that are reset on a daily basis which basically guarantees that they lose value over time. And then we use the put call ratio in order to determine whether or not we're going to get a spike in the VXX itself. So that's the kind of data and information and knowledge that you can't put into a back-tested trading software. So I caution you guys. In fact, I went on a bit of a rant, and I started a blog. And I'll put the blog. This is totally. I will warn you ahead of time. I swear in this blog. Now I'm a Christian, and I don't swear verbally, but I did swear. I'm using this blog as a.
That's your venting location?
My venting location. Yes. And I don't talk just about trading. I talk about everything. I talk about movies and TV shows and food and meat and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, I guess I'm getting old. I don't really care anymore.
I have to read that because I've never heard Dave swear.
Well, you'll never hear me swear and verbally, but you'll see it in writing. I believe this is correct. It's my bookmarks. It's called Dave's Bookmarks.
Nice.
And basically, it's stuff I find interesting, and it's all free. At least now. I might charge later, but right now it's all free.
Awesome.
So anyway, so I talk about. I mean, I've got a lot of different interests. I've got interests in art and music and food and markets, and wherever the rabbit hole leads me, that's where it's going to go. Anyway, the last, I've only have 2 posts. The last post I put up there goes on this particular rant, and you can get all the links to all the articles I just quoted from and others.
Nice.
And that's my rant.
Very nice.
And you can see me swear in writing.
That is a rare time, so I will absolutely be checking that out for sure. And I had no idea you even had that. So you learn something new every day.
I just did it over the weekend.
Nice.
Yeah. I just
did it over the weekend while silver was going to skyrocket again.
Hey, we're knocking on $30.
Hey, look at the ES suddenly. Bam. That's that big separation in our internals. There's nothing behind this, and it's kind of showing now.
Yeah, there's a big gap there, but you know what? What's the next level there? Around 33.40?
Yeah, that's gonna be some nice support right there.
Yep, 2 lines right there.
There we go. Daniel's trading, the link is probably on there too. I was going to share that, but it's probably right there in the one you got, so we're good to go there.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay. All right, gents. Yeah, we got about 5 minutes left. Isaac got that move. Good job, Isaac. He saw the free space right here. He waited till it broke this 200 EMA, and
nice.
Bam, there's a nice 10-point trade, almost 7.5 points. Good job, Isaac. Isaac, I might have to have you on as a student teacher.
Yeah. Actually, I thought he volunteered at one point to come on for a while, didn't he?
He might be.
Let's yeah. Oh, good. Let's do it. Definitely, Isaac.
All right. What else we got before we take off for the day?
Look at that. Pretty close. Boy, with that 33.40.
Yeah, that Camarilla, a lot of times I stop right there. It might not even get to the pivot.
So yeah, if you're, I would be out now. But
yeah, if you're in short trade, that's the clue to get out.
For sure.
It might push through, but don't get greedy.
And look at that. I mean, you got the price signal down to 22.50. It's starting to push up a little bit. So
there's your little, look at that right there. Here's the low, 340 and 75 cents.
I don't see a big change in the internal. So, unless you get like if the advanced decline drops, I'd say 400 or 500, and the UD vol drops, you know, you can actually see it on, you know, on the D vol right now still stair stepping up with a little bit of a red. So this is kind of a, you know, I would be very, very cautious of taking any further short positions at this point. But
Isaac, do you mind if I share what you just posted, just the dollars or the picture, or I won't if you don't want me to? I saw you just updated the channel.
oh, I got one other thing to share with you.
Okay, we'll make this our last two. Isaac just posted, he hit that move. Here's his P&L on the day on the ES, nice $550. Looks like he might have tried either arb trade or he just did the YM earlier, but his totals for today are 435. So awesome job, Isaac.
Nice.
Way to go, man.
You know, that's on a 20-day a month trading. That's, you know, it's over $8,000.
There you go.
This may have flown under your radar. It did mine. But there is a new, I guess it's new, but it looks like it's been trading for a while. Where is it? Here we go. GDLC.
Well, let's take a look at that.
I think I heard about it a while ago. It says, and now it has data on a weekly going back to November of 2019, but I don't remember it ever trading or coming on my radar. But I believe that it just started trading at the end of July.
Wow.
And what it is Grayscale, Grayscale series of funds. It's a Grayscale digital large cap crypto market trust. So it's, instead of just GBTC, which is their Grayscale Bitcoin trust, and they have another one for Ethereum Classic. This one is all of the large caps. So I'm not sure exactly which ones they have, but it's got to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and maybe a couple of others in that. So it's a new fund with all of those cryptos. It's a large cap fund. I did hear about it. I didn't know what the symbol was, and it looks like it's been trading for a while, but I don't know if that's like, I don't know if they extrapolated this fund backwards,
right?
Privately traded or something, or maybe it was on the OTC market. And I think it's still OTC, but you know, all of a sudden it just kind of like took off.
Yeah, I noticed that just a little over a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Here's the third. Look at this move on the, look at this candle on the third. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So what kind of volume? The volume is pretty low, you know, 40,000 shares. So
500,000, that's 500,000.
yeah,
comparatively speaking, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to trade something, if you're trading, I wouldn't do anything less than 1 million shares a day.
Yep.
Average. But you know, if you want to buy and hold for the long term, then maybe. But anyway, it's something that you should be aware of. I thought it was interesting, and I may look into buying a few shares myself.
That's pretty, yeah. Especially for a daily chart. Wow.
Yeah.
Sort of curiosity, we'll look at a shorter time. There's a 15. Something else to check out. Yeah, I did not know about that one either, so that's news to me.
New to their fund, yes.
All right, gentlemen and ladies. Isaac's got a quick question. Can you unmute me for a second? Sure, Isaac. The floor is almost yours. It is yours now. Go ahead, Isaac.
Hi, Dan. How are you?
Doing
Dave,
good.
How are you?
Hey, Isaac. Good. How are you?
Just a quick question. I don't know if you saw this in the DFS posted the green list for coins approved for custody.
Yes, I saw it.
I was wondering if you can explain to me. There's XRP is green listed for how do you say this? For how do you say this? It's approved for holding, but it's not approved for listing. Is there a difference there?
Well, it's already approved for listing in New York State through Coinbase, so I can buy it through Coinbase. That green light, what they call it from the New York State Department of Financial Services, is only for banks. So it's not, it has nothing to do with retail traders. So they've green lighted custody services that banks can now hold those coins. They just can't, as a custody for their customers, they can't buy them and, you know, keep them for their own books. That's the difference.
Okay, yeah. So it's not something that's relative to you exactly, Isaac, but it is something that's nice to know to watch for the banking industry, just like the OCC and the announcements for them to be able to custody for that banks can do that we discussed previously. So I
Yes.
think that answered your question. Give us a type if it didn't. And I think that'll be about a wrap for the day then.
And it only has to do with New York State. So
Okay, even only you crazies over there in New York.
yes,
Hey, you're welcome, Isaac. Appreciate your help.
no problem.
All right, Dave. I know you got to run, and so do I. So we will catch you guys tomorrow.
Absolutely. Have a great day, guys.
Take it easy, everyone.
See you again.